Hey everybody, welcome back in for another video. We've got a Sunday preview here for everybody. So this is everything that was previewed on September the 11th, and that's going to be coming out on the 17th, so this upcoming Saturday. There's some stuff to go through here. We'll be taking a look at different things. We're going to watch the video very quickly. Take it up here.
Hey there and welcome to This Week in Warhammer. My name's Nick and I'll be your guide to what's happening in your favourite hobby over the next 7 days. The wait is over. It's finally time to welcome the kin to your collection as the Leagues of Votann army set becomes available to pre-order on Saturday. It's a great little box set. The set includes 25 brand new Citadel miniatures for you to begin your very own grudge with. Uther the Destined, which can also be built as a Carl, an Einherjar champion, 3 Hernkin Pioneers, and 20 Hearthkin Warriors. Also included in the army set is, of course, a collector's edition of Codex Leagues of Votann, packed with background on this new faction, as well as all the rules you'll need to field this mighty force in your games of Warhammer 40,000. As if that wasn't enough, you'll also get 50 Leagues of Votann data cards to keep track of your stratagems and psychic powers, and a punch board
50 stratagems and psychic
ensure
abilities?
no foe escapes
Good
either your grudges or your judgment.
That's not even the normal
this
ones.
Week, the first Aranthian succession book, Cinderak Burning, is available to pre-order. It includes a new campaign to play out the civil war for yourself, and rules for lots of Necromunda models such as the Escher Cutters and a host of characters.
The artwork is great.
Alongside the book comes the Goliath Maulers,
so cool.
fearsome heavy bikes that Goliath gangs use to ride down their foes. Available as part of the made-to-order range this week, just in time for his birthday, is Bilbo Baggins, one of the very first miniatures made for the Middle-earth strategy battle game. Don't miss this chance to get your hands on one of the most classic models from the Middle-earth collection. Order it before the 2nd of October. The vaults of the Black Library open once more this week, with the 20th anniversary edition of Graham McNeil's Nightbringer available to pre-order on Saturday. Courage and honour! Also on Saturday, catch the Vorbis Conspiracy, a new Warhammer crime anthology featuring 7 stories based on new and established characters. Head over to the Warhammer channel on YouTube this week, as our intrepid painting team have been hard at work creating a huge host of Leagues of Votann painting guides. So no matter which league you plan on painting, you'll find a host of great tips. On Warhammer Plus this week, catch the last in the Leagues of Votann Crusade series as the kin take on the Bad Moon Orcs, and tune into the Citadel Colour Masterclass for top tips on painting red armour. To stay up to date with everything we've got going on, be sure to follow us on Warhammer.
All right, that's it. So again, the army set, it's a cool thing, especially for, I think, newer factions. Like, I'm assuming this is what's going to come out for the World Eaters, and I may actually get it just because, you know, it's going to have, except for the cards, it'll have all stuff that I do want to get a hold of. I try to avoid purchasing the limited edition codexes just because I was very much into that for a long time, and now I have all these old limited edition codexes that were sitting around where I was just kind of like, huh. Because later, I'm talking like 10, 15 years later, who cares, right? Like, at the time, it's kind of like, it'll have some cool artwork or other stuff, but later on, when you've got, you know, if you're playing one army, it's more kind of, I have all the codexes over time, but when you have a bunch of armies, it kind of loses over time. But anyways, so going through some of the models, this looks like a great, just old-fashioned kind of starter box that you get, where you've got a couple bikes, kind of vehicles, 2 squads of basic troops, a leader, and kind of a lieutenant or a commander for the troops, right? Like, it's a really well done box. Again, I really need to get that head. I need to get that other head for that leader. I'm going to use it for a conversion. But anyways, I love all the models that come in here. The aesthetic of the leagues is great. I especially like the power suit. They're awesome. Like, they're just a total hit. They're very Warhammer 40,000. They're very, but it's new, but it feels old kind of thing. It's just, they're really well sculpted. Like, I like, the bikes are great, right? Like, they look like they're on the outskirts kind of thing. And with the one rider who's got someone riding on the back with a gun, right? And they've got backpacks on theirs instead. Like, just great. The basic troops, I guess that's actually just one box of the basic troops, but still, I like the helmets, the heads, the weapons. It's all cool. It all looks great. For anyone starting Leagues, it's a perfect start. Again, this will come out probably. They've been shortening the time because they want that Kish Cash Paddywhack right away, but it'll probably end up being for Christmas if this is available next week. All the Leagues will just come out at Christmas because then everyone will be buying stuff for Christmas. So there's the Leagues of Votann Codex. You've got some markers, transfers, the data cards, all great stuff. The Goliath Maulers, love them. Absolutely love these models. I want to use these for World Eater bikes in 40k. Imagine having like 10 of these things and converting it so that you just throw some extra armor on and make these World Eaters. Perfect. I'm going to do that. I said it first. It's my idea. Anyways, they've got Cinderak Burning. The idea with Necromunda is that maybe every year, it would probably end up being every year, but they bring out one of these books where there's a single Necromunda main book, and then each year it's like, hey, here's some fun new stuff going on in Necromunda. That's a great idea, and again, these one-off books are really cool. They add a lot of flavor to Necromunda, but when you play Necromunda, you need like 13 books. Like, it just is so out of control in Necromunda. It's wild, where whatever gang you're playing, you'll have the rule book, the addendum to the rule book, your gang book, your supplementary gang book with the special characters in it. Then you're going to need this because it says new characters. It just is it's wild the amount of books you have to take with you when you play. I started getting into Necromunda before the pandemic, and I still have my custom gang. And at some point, having the gang, I can get back into it very easily, but it's just, it needs to be done better, where I understand it kind of got out of control, but bringing out a new book, being like, you know what, it's like the 40k rule book, it's huge, it's thick, but everything's in here, and then we'll bring out supplementary stuff occasionally, or have the main book and one huge supplement book that's got all the extras in it. But it's just, they keep on adding too. It's crazy. The Necromunda dice, these are kind of fun one-off dice. Again, they're filthy. They're in the pits. They're fighting each other. You've got the special symbols for your own gang. It's great, right? Like, if you really like your gang and you want something cool, an extra add-on, always get the dice. It's always just a fun thing to have. Those are awesome though. These are cool. The orange with the silver is great. So we got the new tactic cards. Again, extra stuff you're going to need for your gang, right? It's lots. And the old Bilbo Baggins model. I love when they do this, the made to order stuff, because again, new people are always coming into the hobby. And for instance, when I got into Legion, I found out that there's been limited edition models over time that are impossible to get. And I think there was only one where I was like, oh, that would have been cool, kind of cool to have that one. But I really like the idea of every once in a while going back and just allowing people to get old stuff. It's great. From Black Library, we've got Nightbringer. I love this book. I probably won't get the anniversary edition. It's fine. It's a great book. If you haven't read it, I'd say now's a good time to pick it up. These anniversary editions always look good on the shelf too, but it's a really good book. The Vorbis Conspiracy, I'm 100% going to get. I love the crime stuff from Warhammer 40,000 is the best. The stories, they're so digestible, where it's just with the short stories where, they'll be 50, 100 pages maybe. So you can kind of sit down in a day and read one and be like, sweet, right? And get hyped up on it. I really like that, but they're always good. Dawn of Fire, Throne of Light in German. And then we've got some new Warhammer Plus stuff. So my Warhammer Plus actually ends tomorrow. I did not re-up. There's a couple things I want to watch before it ends, but it's wild because I've had it for that full year and I've logged on a handful of times. It's just, I wish I used it more. Like, if I was on there all the time, and maybe if I'd gotten into a better habit and a better consistency of watching stuff on there, I would have, but it just was never a thing for me. But still, there's some new stuff coming out. We've got the end of that battle report, the red armor, and more old white dwarfs. So in terms of stuff that I'm excited for, it's the Leagues box. The Goliath bikes are what I would pick for myself, but overall, it's a whole new army. It's a crazy box set. Anyone who's getting Leagues, this is going to sell out so quickly because everyone's going to want to hop in on Leagues of Votann. I know of a couple people who are going to start playing this army. It's exciting. When you get new factions, like this does not happen often, right? This really doesn't happen often in Warhammer 40,000, so it's always fun to see completely new models. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited for, what you're hoping to see. We're coming up towards Christmas. I know that I love Christmas, and it's funny talking about it in September, but like the release schedule, we're going to start getting into that hardcore, like huge things are going to be released. There's going to be crazy announcements leading up to Christmas because they want to pump out those sales. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much. I'll see everybody in the next video.